Welcome back to the Hockey Shop Source for Sports. We're going to continue. It is that time of year where parents are looking for new gear for kids. Kids are deciding to be goalies full-time for the first time. What better place to come than the Hockey Shop, Goalie Utopia, Brian's junior, intermediate, youth lines basically. Going to have Cam walk us through it, the key features, different flex points, different options that'll help make sure you get the right pad for your young goalie, whatever size and strength they are at the time. Cam, first off, let's just go through we've got two different lines here.
We got two different lines.
Tell me what they are.
The current two different lines. Okay, we got Netzero 3. All right.
Okay, Netzero 3.
That's going to be Ryan's more of their entry.
That's this one, not this one.
Yes, that's that one right there. And then, if you want to take a next step up a little bit, then we will jump up to the Iconik X. Okay. What's the difference? What do we have the two lines for? Why? Okay, so in terms of for options, with that Netzero 3, we'll start off with the leg pad first, which Kevin is holding here.
Very flexible.
Flip it around. There we go. Okay. You still see Brian's smart strapping system, which is consistent across all of their lineups. Again, nice, easily adjustable, quick.
Easy to get into, easy to get on.
That's the whole point, especially with this lineup. Their smart boot strap. They also have their original smart toes as well. Nice and easy. A little bit of a stiffer elastic than we find in most of the pads itself. However, again, something that's nice and easy to be able to lace up and do. So, nice, open, wide knee cradle. One of the features that I do really, really like about this pad, especially in that junior, is that there's lots of landing surface here. So this can really help us fit that pad. Ideally, we do want to fit the pad for growth room. If we fit it perfectly, it's not going to last. So having that child a little bit lower in that knee cradle, but still hitting enough of it and getting that proper control.
And then they grow up and get taller in the knee cradle.
Exactly.
And there's some room to grow there. A little bit more flex in this one than we've seen in some other lines where the idea is to sort of create that fixed edge and stability. This is a pad.
It's a very soft and flexible, pliable pad.
If your young goalie's not that strong, the last thing you want to have them do is fighting against a pad that's too stiff.
Correct.
So they're pushing and the pad's not moving. This thing's going to move with their legs.
Exactly. So overall, nice entry feature style of a pad. One of the things that I do really like, and you can see it on the blocker, you can also see it on the glove.
So show us on the blocker.
Are these indents that you see here. These are for pre-cut color kits that Brian's makes that we can definitely get for you, and you can change the colors of your pad. So this pad is available in white or black, and then you can change the colors separately on the side.
It's like a pad skin, basically, that type of thing.
Peel and
Except
stick.
it's peel and stick, pre-cut for this space. You can add your own colors, which is also a feature that, hey, look good, feel good, play good. Kids are going to love that.
Exactly. So
Iconik X? Or we still blocker Netzero?
Blocker and glove.
My
nice
bad.
And quick. Okay. So overall feel-wise, nice basic blocker. Thicken the actual blocker board itself, so we don't have to worry about any injuries or anything like that. Nice, easy closing catcher, single T style as well, based off of their older Sub-Zero kind of line in terms of for style of closure. That said, the biggest thing here is it's easy to close out of the box. Okay, so.
On to Iconik X.
Correct. All right, what's different and why would I choose this over the Netzero? Well, for starters, Primo, the legendary slide surface.
Slide easier, slide better.
Yeah, you'll find this on all of Brian's pro-level gear. Trickles down into their mid-level models, so Iconik X, and then also their Optic X3, which is on its way out. One of the big features that has changed this year, and you can really see the difference between that and what would be the Netzero knee cradle itself.
A little bigger, a little more stable.
Correct. So as you're tearing through that lineup, again, it's finding something that's a little bit more stable, a little bit more advanced. This pad.
Bigger, stronger, heavier goalie.
Not necessarily even heavier. It's just something that can harness like those features better, for example. I think is a better way to put it. And you can start to see some more refined features on the pad itself. That air knit material, keeping that leg nice and cool. Just some better materials in general. It is reflective of a higher price point, and we'll get to that in a little bit here.
Toe ties are different.
Correct. We do see their smart cord bungee toe ties as well. This is also what comes stock on all of their pro-level pads as well.
You can adjust, although like kids, I mean, they're not going to be looking for big gaps, but you can adjust the gap between where it starts, give you a little flex so your skate gets to the ice.
But it's good. We also don't want that skate like, literally welded to that boot of that pad either. We do want that little bit of a gap to, again, have that kid, learning to get his skate out of the pad.
Glove on the Iconik X.
Double T, very wide open pocket. And again, the big thing here is nice, easy, snappy closure.
And you get the ice.
You get the thief eyes. Exactly. Thief away. That's safe.
Blocker?
Blocker. And as you can see, obviously we have
Colors.
colors. Yes. So colors are coming stock of this. No skins for this one, unless you want to do pad skins yourself. Blocker, very reminiscent of that Netzero blocker as well. In terms of for overall feel-wise, it actually has a little bit of a thinner board. It's a little bit lighter too, so a little bit better balance. Again, those are reflective of having a little bit more of those premium features as you go through.
Okay, two different size options then? Like, did they both run through the same sizing range?
Correct. So the way that Brian sizes their pads is a little bit of off-sizing. So you see a 27 plus 1, 29 plus 1, and then you're into 30, which would be their intermediate sizing. So basically 2 sizes of junior that we have to be concerned about. Consider it that 27 a lot like a 26, and consider that 29 a lot like a 28.
Okay.
In terms of for comparing it to other brands.
Price point. You mentioned it. There's obviously a difference. As soon as I see the rigidity of the Iconik X compared to the flexibility of the Netzero, I'm thinking more expensive foams. You talked about some of the features, the pro level features. How much more? What kind of a difference are we talking?
So we can play guess the tag for a second here. So we have $729 on a junior pad over there. And for this junior pad, you're looking at $479, so close to half a difference.
Okay, so probably this is a little more entry level, younger goalies just getting started, and which kind of fits the features we talked about. And as they grow up and into the position a little more, this is a little higher end.
That's correct.
There you go, Brian's Netzero, Iconik X, junior, intermediate, youth pads. Again, there's a lot of information in there, a lot of variables in terms of how these different lines will play for your young goaltender. If you have questions, Cam and his crew have the answers. They're outfitting young goalies in here every day. They know how they play, they know how they fit, they know how they feel. Call them if you've got questions.
604-589-8299 or 1-800-567-7790.
He will talk slower when you actually phone to ask him questions, I promise. He does have a lot of information in that brain, as loath as I am to give him credit for it. Make sure you take advantage of that expertise when you're outfitting your young goaltender for this season.
Thanks, Kevin.